Hey everyone, and welcome back to the channel. Have you ever stood in the electronics aisle, staring at a wall of laptops? Or maybe you've been scrolling endlessly online, trying to build your own PC. You see these names and numbers. Ryzen 3, 5, 7, 9, and it feels like you're trying to decipher a secret code. What do they all mean? You're faced with a choice that feels incredibly important. It's the digital heart of your machine after all. But the path forward is anything but clear. You're worried about overspending on power you'll never use, or worse, underspending and ending up with a machine that stutters and stalls right when you need it most. Well, today, we're going to demystify all of it. Forget the dense technical jargon and confusing spec sheets. Instead, I want you to think of the AMD Ryzen family not as a list of products, but as a cast of characters in an epic story. Each one has a unique personality, a specific purpose, and a place in the world. We'll journey from the humble, everyday workhorse to an absolute titan of industry that powers Hollywood blockbusters. 1. Ryzen 3. Let's start at the beginning with our first character, the Ryzen 3. I want you to think of the Ryzen 3 not as a whole Weckenmeist processor, but as the most dependable and sensible member of the family. It's like that first car you ever owned. It wasn't a sports car, it couldn't win any races, but it started up every single morning, got you to school or your first job, and never let you down. It was reliable, efficient, and did exactly what you needed it to do without any fuss. The Ryzen 3 is built on this same philosophy. Inside this chip are 4 cores and 8 threads. Now, what does that mean in human terms? Imagine a diligent office worker with 4 arms, and each arm can handle 2 tasks. This worker is a master of the fundamentals. They can flawlessly manage your web browsing, even with a dozen tabs open. They can stream your favorite Netflix show in beautiful HD without breaking a sweat. They can run Microsoft Word, Excel, and PowerPoint, making it the perfect engine for a student's homework or a small business owner's invoicing. This is the processor for your parents, who just want a computer that works. For emails and video calls with the grandkids. It's for the student who needs a lightweight, affordable laptop to take to class. You'll often see these laptop versions with a at the end of their name. That U stands for ultra-low power. But I like to think of it as unplugged because it's designed for incredible energy efficiency. It sips battery life, meaning that student can get through a whole day of lectures without scrambling for a power outlet. Then there's the desktop version, which sometimes has a G suffix. Think of G as standing for graphics included. This chip has Radeon graphics built right in, so you don't need to buy a separate, expensive graphics card. This makes it the ideal heart for a family's first desktop PC. A simple, all-in-one solution for homework, browsing, and even some light, fun gaming like Minecraft or Among Us. The Ryzen 3 doesn't pretend to be something it's not. It won't be your first choice for editing a 4K feature film or playing the latest LA blockbuster game on ultra settings. If you push it too hard with heavy-duty applications, it will struggle. Like asking that reliable first car to haul a heavy trailer. But that's not its purpose. Its purpose is to provide a smooth, responsive, and affordable foundation for the digital world. It is a testament to the idea that you don't need a sledgehammer to crack a nut. Have you ever found yourself owning a piece of technology that was far more powerful than you actually needed? The Ryzen 3 is the antidote to that. It is the smart, budget-conscious choice for the essential tasks that make up most of our digital lives. 2. Ryzen 5. Now, let's meet the most popular member of the family, the one you will hear about most often, the Ryzen 5. If the Ryzen 3 was your reliable first car, the Ryzen 5 is the modern crossover SUV. It has the efficiency to be a daily driver, the space and power to handle a family road trip, and just enough grit to handle a little off-roading when you're feeling adventurous. It's the jack of all trades, the master of, well, pretty much everything the average person needs. This is why we call it the all-rounder, the sweet spot where performance and price meet in a perfect handshake. Inside the Ryzen 5, we graduate to 6 cores and 12 threads. Let's go back to our office worker analogy. This is no longer just a diligent worker. This is the star employee who has been promoted to team manager. They now have 6 arms, and they are brilliant at delegating and multitasking. This is where the magic really starts to happen. Imagine you're a budding content creator. You've just finished recording gameplay for your YouTube channel. With a Ryzen 5, you can have your video editing software open, rendering your latest project. At the same time, you can have Photoshop open on another screen, designing a thumbnail. And you can still have multiple browser tabs open, researching tags and titles, and streaming music to keep your creative energy flowing. The Ryzen 5 doesn't just handle this, it thrives on it. It's the processor that empowers you to turn a hobby into a passion. For gamers, the Ryzen 5 is the gateway to truly immersive experiences. It provides enough processing power to run demanding modern games smoothly, without creating a bottleneck for your graphics card. It's the engine that lets you get lost in the world of Cyberpunk 2077, or compete in a fast-paced match of Valorant without frustrating lag or stuttering. Like its little brother, the Ryzen 5 comes in a few different flavors. On laptops, you'll still see that efficient USEC series for thin and light machines, but you'll also meet the H series. Think of H as standing for high performance. These are for gaming laptops and mobile workstations, machines that need more horsepower for demanding tasks on the go. On the desktop side, you might see an X on the end. The X is like the sport mode button in a car. It signifies a higher clock speed and the potential for even greater performance, rewarding those who want to push their system to its limits. The Ryzen 5 isn't about having the absolute best of the best. It's about having a machine that is consistently great at everything. It's for the user whose digital life is a blend of work, creativity, and play. It hits that perfect balance, delivering a high-performance experience without demanding a high-performance price tag. What's that one tool in your life, whether it's in the kitchen, the garage, or your office, that you find yourself reaching for over and over because it just works for almost any situation? That's the Ryzen 5 in the world of computing. It's the people's champion for a reason. 3. Ryzen 7. As we move up the ladder, we arrive at the Ryzen 7. And here, the story changes. We're no longer talking about a general-purpose tool, we're entering the realm of the specialist. If the Ryzen 5 was a versatile multi-tool, the Ryzen 7 is a professional-grade workshop, meticulously organized with powerful, precise instruments designed for a specific craft. This is the processor for the person whose computer isn't just a tool for consumption, but a critical instrument for creation and performance. The Ryzen 7 comes equipped with a formidable 8 cores and 16 threads. Our office worker analogy evolves again. This is no longer just a manager. This is the company's elite project lead, overseeing a complex, multifaceted operation with a huge team. They are a master of parallel processing, keeping dozens of critical tasks running in perfect harmony. Let's step into the shoes of a live streamer. Their career depends on delivering a flawless broadcast. With a Ryzen 7, they can play a visually demanding game at high settings and a high frame rate. Simultaneously, their computer is encoding that gameplay into a high-quality video stream and sending it to Twitch or YouTube. It's also running their broadcasting software, managing overlays, alerts, and a live chat with their community. The Ryzen 7 handles this immense, simultaneous workload without dropping frames in the game or compromising the quality of the stream. It's the silent, powerful partner that ensures their performance is the only thing the audience is focused on. Now, let's think about a content creator, a video editor, or a 3D artist. For them, time is quite literally money. Waiting for a video to render or a 3D model to compile is time they can spend on their next project. The 8 cores of a Ryzen 7 tear through these tasks, dramatically cutting down wait times and freeing the creator to do what they do best: create. On the laptop side, the suffixes get more specialized too. You'll see HS models, which balance high performance in thin, sleek designs for creators who need power on the move. Then there's the HX series, which is all about maximum, unthrottled power for top-tier gaming laptops that are essentially desktop replacements. But on the desktop, there's a truly special variant, the X3D models. This is where AMD's innovation really shines. The X3D chips feature something called 3D V-cache. The simplest way to explain it is to imagine the processor's brain has a massive, super fast, short-term memory right next to it. For gaming, this is a revolutionary advantage. It allows the processor to access critical game data almost instantaneously, leading to a significant boost in frame rates. It's like giving a world-class race car driver a direct neural link to the car's engine, allowing for instantaneous adjustments that translate into pure speed. The Ryzen 7 isn't for everyone. It's a targeted investment in performance. It's for the user who is pushing the boundaries of what a consumer PC can do. What is the biggest bottleneck currently holding back your own creative or professional ambitions? For many, that bottleneck is processing power, and the Ryzen 7 is engineered to smash right through it. 4. Ryzen 9. Welcome to the top of the food chain. We've now arrived at the Ryzen 9, and words like fast and powerful start to feel inadequate. This isn't just a step up, it's a leap into a different stratosphere of performance. If the Ryzen 7 was a professional workshop, the Ryzen 9 is a state-of-the-art industrial fabrication plant. It's the supercar, the rocket engine, the apex predator of the consumer processor world built for one purpose: to dominate the most demanding tasks imaginable without compromise. The Ryzen 9 shatters previous core counts, boasting anywhere from 12 to a staggering 16 cores. Our office worker analogy almost breaks down here. This is no longer a single person. This is an entire, hyper-efficient corporation with multiple departments, each handling massive projects concurrently. The sheer computational force is difficult to overstate, so who needs this kind of power? Let's picture a professional filmmaker working with 8K raw video files. These files are gigantic and incredibly complex. Editing them requires a machine that can process terabytes of data in real time. A Ryzen 9 can scrub through an 8K timeline, apply color grades, and render complex visual effects without turning the workflow into a frustrating slideshow. It transforms a process that used to take hours into one that takes minutes. Or consider a data scientist or an architect. They might be running complex simulations, modeling climate change, designing a skyscraper's structural integrity, or simulating financial markets. These tasks can bring even powerful computers to their knees. The massive core count of a Ryzen 9 allows it to process these colossal datasets in parallel, delivering results in a fraction of the time. And of course, there's gaming. While the Ryzen 7 X3D is often the gaming champion due to its specialized cache, the Ryzen 9 offers its own X3D versions, combining that gaming-focused technology with an immense core count. This creates the ultimate do-everything Grimtis. Chip. You can game at the highest possible frame rates while simultaneously streaming your gameplay in pristine quality, recording it locally, and running multiple other applications in the background, all without the system breaking a sweat. It's not just about playing the game. It's about creating a professional-level broadcast around it. In the competitive landscape, the Ryzen 9 often goes head-to-head with Intel's best offerings, and frequently comes out on top in benchmarks, especially in tasks that can leverage its massive core advantage. This is the processor for the enthusiast who wants the best of the best, the professional whose livelihood depends on computational speed, and the creator who refuses to be limited by their hardware. This power is, frankly, excessive for a casual user. It would be like using a Formula 1 car to go grocery shopping. But for those who stand at the peak of their digital professions, the Ryzen 9 is not a luxury. It's a necessity. It's the tool that removes the computer as a barrier, leaving only the limits of human ambition. Can you even imagine a task so demanding that it could make a 16-core processor struggle? The people who buy a Ryzen 9 are the ones actively trying to find out. 5. Ryzen AI. Now we take a fascinating turn in our story. For years, the race was all about raw power, more cores, higher speeds. But with our next character, Ryzen AI, AMD introduced a new dimension: intelligence. This isn't just about doing things faster, it's about doing them smarter. Think of Ryzen AI not as a more powerful engine, but as an incredibly sophisticated co-pilot sitting right next to you, anticipating your needs and handling specialized tasks with effortless grace. At the heart of Ryzen AI is a dedicated piece of hardware called a Neural Processing Unit, or NPU. This is the key. In a traditional computer, every task, from opening a file to running a complex program, is handled by the main processor, the CPU, and the graphics processor, the GPU. But AI-driven tasks, which are becoming more and more common, think differently. They require a different kind of calculation. Imagine you're on an important video call for work. In the past, to get that cool, professional-looking blurred background, your CPU had to work overtime, which could make your laptop's fans spin up and potentially slow down other applications. With Ryzen AI, that entire task is offloaded to the NPU. The NPU is specifically designed for this kind of work, so it does it with incredible efficiency. The result? Your background is perfectly blurred, your laptop stays cool and quiet, and your CPU is completely free to focus on the things it does best. This is just the beginning. Let's say you're an artist using a generative AI image editor. You type in a prompt, and the image is created. The NPU accelerates that process, making it feel more instantaneous and interactive. Or perhaps you're a professional who has just been sent a 50-page document with only minutes to spare before a meeting. An AI-powered app, accelerated by the NPU, could summarize that entire document into key bullet points in seconds. Ryzen AI, found in premium laptops, represents a fundamental shift in computing. It's a recognition that the way we use our devices is changing. We're moving from simply giving commands to collaborating with our technology. By having a specialized AI engine, the entire system becomes more efficient. It saves power, which means longer battery life. It reduces heat, which means a more comfortable user experience. This technology is a game changer for developers building the next generation of AI applications, for creators whose software is increasingly reliant on AI features, and for remote professionals who live in video calls and juggle dozens of tasks at once. It's the kind of innovation that, in a few years, we'll wonder how we ever lived without. It's like having a personal assistant built directly into the silicon of your computer. What is one repetitive, everyday task on your computer that you would absolutely love to hand off to an intelligent assistant? Ryzen AI is the first step toward making that a reality. 6. Ryzen Pro. So far, our story has focused on processors designed for you and me, the individual consumer, gamer, or creator. But now, we need to shift our perspective and enter a different world, the world of business, enterprise, and large-scale IT. Here, the priorities are different. While speed is still important, it's overshadowed by three critical pillars: security, manageability, and stability. And for this world, AMD has a special character, the Ryzen Pro. Think of Ryzen Pro as the secret service agent of the processor family. On the outside, it looks just like its consumer counterpart. A Ryzen 5 Pro has the same core count and general performance as a regular Ryzen 5. But on the inside, it's been given a full suit of armor and a sophisticated communications array. Its job isn't just to be fast. Its job is to protect and to serve a larger organization. Let's start with security. In a corporate environment, data is the most valuable asset. A data breach can be catastrophic. Ryzen Pro processors come with a feature called AMD Memory Guard. What this does is encrypt the system's memory in real time. This means that even if a hacker manages to gain physical access to the computer and tries to steal the data directly from the memory chips, all they'll find is scrambled, unreadable gibberish. It's like a high-security vault for your computer's active thoughts, protecting sensitive financial reports, customer data, and intellectual property from sophisticated attacks. Next is manageability. Imagine you're the IT director for a company with 500 employees, many of whom work remotely. With standard computers, if an employee has a software issue, you might need to guide them over the phone, or, in a worst-case scenario, have them ship the laptop back. Ryzen Pro platforms enable robust remote management. The IT department can securely log into a system, even if it's turned off, to run diagnostics, apply updates, and fix problems from hundreds of miles away. This centralized control is essential for keeping a large fleet of computers secure, updated, and running smoothly. It saves time, money, and massive headaches. Finally, there's stability. Businesses need to know that the computers they deploy today will be reliable and supported for years to come. AMD works with manufacturers to ensure that Ryzen Pro platforms have longer validation cycles and guaranteed availability, making them a predictable and dependable choice for long-term investments. So while you wouldn't necessarily seek out a Ryzen Pro processor for your personal gaming rig, it's the invisible engine that powers the corporate world. It's in the point-of-sale system at your favorite store, the workstation of the engineer designing your car, and the laptop of the banker managing your finances. It provides the same raw power as the consumer Ryzen family, but adds the crucial layers of protection and control that modern businesses demand. Have you ever stopped to think about the invisible security and management systems that protect your information at your workplace or school? Chances are, a specialized processor like Ryzen Pro is playing the leading role. 7. Ryzen Z. For decades, high-end PC gaming was tethered to a desk. It required a big tower, a monitor, a dedicated power supply. It was a stationary experience. But what if you could take that experience with you? On the bus, on a plane, or just relaxing on the couch? This is the question that our next character, the Ryzen Z, was born to answer. This processor is a marvel of engineering, a pocket rocket designed specifically for the unique world of handheld gaming devices. If Threadripper is a giant industrial engine, the Ryzen Z is a high-performance Formula One engine that has been masterfully shrunk down and optimized to fit inside a go-kart. The challenge it solves is immense. How do you deliver a smooth, visually rich gaming experience in a small, battery-powered device without it overheating or dying in 30 minutes? The Ryzen Z series, including the Z1 and the more powerful Z1 Extreme, is AMD's custom-built solution. It's what's known as an APU, or Accelerated Processing Unit. This means it combines a powerful Ryzen CPU with a high-performance Radeon GPU on a single, compact, and incredibly efficient piece of silicon. This integration is crucial. By having the CPU and GPU working in such close proximity, the chip saves physical space and energy, two of the most precious commodities in a handheld device. Let's put this into practice. You're on your lunch break, and you pull out your Asus ROG Ally, or Lenovo Legion Go. You fire up a demanding game like Baldur's Gate 3. The Ryzen Z1 Extreme inside roars to life. Its CPU cores handle the game's logic, AI, and physics, while its integrated RDNA 3 graphics cores render the beautiful, complex world on the screen. Because the chip is so highly optimized for this specific power-to-performance balance, you get a smooth frame rate and a stunning visual experience that just a few years ago would have been unthinkable on a device you can hold in your hands. The Ryzen Z is not trying to compete with a desktop Ryzen 9. It's playing a different game entirely. It's a master of efficiency, meticulously designed to sip power when possible and deliver a burst of performance when needed. It proves AMD's versatility, showing that their engineering prowess can be scaled from massive workstations down to the palm of your hand. This innovation is fundamentally changing where and when we can play our favorite games. It's bridging the gap between console convenience and PC flexibility. The Ryzen Z is the heart of a revolution, empowering a new generation of devices that are bringing the magic of PC gaming far beyond the confines of the desk. Where is the one place you've always wished you could take your favorite PC games? With the Ryzen Z, that dream is becoming a reality. 8. Threadripper. And now we arrive at the end of our journey, and we are met by a true giant. All the other processors we've discussed, even the mighty Ryzen 9, are mortals in the presence of a god. This is Ryzen Threadripper. The name itself says it all. This isn't a processor, it's a force of nature. It sits at the absolute pinnacle of AMD's hierarchy, a tool of such immense power that is designed not for everyday computing, but for shaping the very future of science, art, and engineering. If the Ryzen 9 was an industrial plant, Threadripper is the engine that powers an entire city. We are no longer talking about 12 or 16 cores. Threadripper starts at 24 cores and goes all the way up to an almost incomprehensible 96 cores in its Pro version. This is beyond multitasking. This is megatasking on a scale that defies conventional thinking. Who on earth needs this kind of power? Let's go behind the scenes of the next big Hollywood blockbuster. We're in a visual effects studio where artists are creating photorealistic dinosaurs or epic spaceship battles. Each frame of that movie is a complex 3D render with millions of polygons, intricate lighting, and detailed textures. Rendering a single frame can take hours on a powerful computer. With Threadripper's 96 cores, it's like having an army of 96 digital artists working in perfect unison. It can tear through these rendering workloads, turning a week-long render into a single day. This allows artists to iterate, experiment, and perfect their creations in a way that was previously impossible. Now let's step into a scientific research lab. Engineers are simulating the airflow over a new airplane wing to make it more fuel efficient. Scientists are modeling the complex folding of proteins to develop a cure for a disease. These simulations are so computationally demanding that they can tax even supercomputers. Threadripper brings that level of power into a workstation that can sit under a desk. It accelerates the pace of discovery, enabling breakthroughs that could change the world. Everything about Threadripper is on a different scale. The processor itself is physically massive, far larger than a standard Ryzen chip. It requires a special, much larger motherboard socket and a colossal cooling system to keep its power in check. This is not a component you simply drop into a standard PC case. It is the centerpiece of a high-end, purpose-built workstation that can cost tens of thousands of dollars. For a gamer, a streamer, or even most content creators, Threadripper is glorious overkill. But it was never meant for them. It was meant for the dreamers, the innovators, and the creators working on the very edge of what's possible. It is AMD's ultimate statement, a testament to their ambition, and a symbol of the pinnacle of performance. What world-changing problem would you try to solve if you had access to virtually limitless computing power? Threadripper is the tool built for the people who are actually trying to answer that question. So, our journey through the Ryzen family comes to a close. We started with the humble and reliable Ryzen 3, our dependable first companion. We met the versatile Ryzen 5, the people's champion that can do it all. We entered the specialist's workshop with the creative powerhouse Ryzen 7 and stood in awe of the raw power of the Ryzen 9, the apex predator. We saw the future of intelligent computing with Ryzen AI guarded our data. With the Ryzen Pro took our games on the go with the pocket rocket Ryzen Z. And finally, we witnessed the world-building power of the Titan Threadripper. Each member of this family has a purpose, a reason to exist. And that brings us to the most important lesson of this story. The best processor isn't the one with the biggest numbers or the highest price tag. The best processor is the one that is right for you. It's about honest self-reflection. What does your digital life look like? Are you browsing the web and writing emails? Are you a passionate gamer and aspiring creator? Are you a professional whose time is money? Buying a Threadripper to check your social media is like using a sledgehammer to hang a picture frame. It's inefficient and a waste of incredible potential. Conversely, trying to edit 8K video on a Ryzen 3 will only lead to frustration. The key is to find the perfect balance, the right tool for your personal story. I hope this journey has empowered you to look past the marketing and the model numbers, and instead see the purpose and personality behind each of these incredible pieces of technology. Choosing the heart of your computer is a big decision, but it doesn't have to be a confusing one. It's an opportunity to invest in a partner that will empower your work, your play, and your creativity for years to come. Thank you so much for joining me on this exploration. I wish you all the very best of health and happiness. And if this story helped you understand the digital heart of your machine, imagine what other technological mysteries we can unravel together. If you found this helpful and want to continue the journey, please consider liking this video and subscribing to the channel. It helps us grow and continue making content that demystifies the complex world of tech for everyone. Until next time.